the keying circuit of the CW keying and grid block amplifier or grid block transmitters, for example, because that's fast switching at solid state. The ones below it, the UKA2s, those basically are shown as, they're showing it two different ways. One's as a built unit, one's as a kit. That's a solid state one that is also available to go ahead and have a high input. So in other words, on the 3.5 millimeter jack that's on the UKA2 and UKA3, you can either provide a ground to activate it, or you can provide a high. For example, like if you've got some sort of a logic level output that you'd like to go ahead and have key the amplifier. It could be a voltage instead of a ground on either the UKA2 or the UKA3 plus. And the MKA, the small little MKA in the corner, is just a very small economy solid state switching device that you kind of have to provide your own cabling and input and output, because it's just got a terminal strip on the lower right stuff. Again, one is a kit and one is built. That's solid state, but it's still plenty good for what we're doing, as long as you don't mind a little do-it-yourself there. You what we're doing is case and then provide your own inputs and outputs for jacks and
So when I look at the one that says the RB1A relay buffer 13 pin for ICOM, and then the universal, the one for ICOM is the one that uses a 13-pin DIN. The one for you have your keying circuit in a DIN format. Is that the only difference there?
That would be only, it's only for, actually, it's only for any of the ICOM. Well, the relay buffer interface is universal, so let's get that out of the way. What's nice about that is that no matter what radio that you use, no matter what amplifier, no matter what radio, any radio, which obviously will have to provide a ground on transmit, but that's all of them, to any amplifier that requires a closure of contacts, which is all of them. So now you can keep the amplifier relay buffer interface, and then when you change radios, you just get the cable that you need from your particular radio to the input of the RBI1, and then if you change amplifiers, most larger amplifiers only require a RCA plug to get into the RCA jack. But if you had something like the MXP50 or an XPA125B or the Juma or an XPA50, PA100D, those amplifiers do require special cables because they don't play nice. They go ahead and have their own way of having the keying jack. But the RBI1 itself is universal. So this particular RBI1 is just a combination. We're going to give you the 13-pin DIN connector that plugs into things like the ICOM 706, the ICOM 7000, 7100, 7200, 77,000. What it doesn't do is the 7610, for example, which of course is a different connector. It's an 8-pin DIN. We have those too, but I just don't have them up on the website right now.
And the 705, so I would imagine a lot of our 705 users are 50 watt amp. So if you did that though, you would this cable wouldn't work. If you did that, you would need a 3.5 this cable wouldn't work.
That is correct. Yes. That is correct. Get back to me a second. Yeah. So that's the IC705 has got its own unique cable with 3.5 millimeters. It's got its plug on there. Tip and ground of the TRS, tip ring shield TRS, on a 3-conductor stereo type plug. Tip is the hot or the center conductor, and of course the shield is the ground. And that's the way it works. The tip goes to the center of the RCA plug, and then shield to shield from the 3.5 millimeter to the RCA plug. And then the XPA, of course, it's hard to explain exactly what pins they are, but they're shown in the manual as well. The only thing is that with a 6-pin mini DIN, you got to have a very steady hand, and you have to weigh those screwed on kind of tight to go ahead and really solder those things, because it's a very small plug.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
All right. I didn't know if we had any other questions or if we wanted to proceed to the raffle part of the program.
I think they've questioned Dan. They've interrogated Dan since tonight.
So mine is a relay buffer still, right?
That's right. The RBI1.
So I could use this on any radio I have.
That's right.
Any
radio,
okay.
Because you just get the cable that you need for the radio. And some radios are as simple as an RCA jack on the back. Some Yaesu radios and some ICOM radios use either the
Hermes Light.
The Hermes. That's right. Hermes Light 2 is exactly right. That just has an RCA jack on the output of that. So it's a simple RCA.